we're going to be using this home maintenance kit, LG 244, to do the service on our John Deere Lawn and Garden tractor. So we've got this filter, pre-filter, the oil filter, fuel filter, plugs, and little miscellaneous pieces set out, ready to start the service. Okay, we're going to start part 2 of the service for the John Deere mowers, and we're going to remove and install the new air cleaners. So first thing we're going to do is take the top part of the air cleaner off. It will be, on some models, a slotted washer, and others it's not. So we'll remove the top wing nut, and then we'll remove the secondary wing nut. And this has a pre-filter. You can take these off and wash them with warm soapy water, blow them out good, and reuse them. Sometimes they tear really easy, they get old, and I'm just going to replace this. And being the kit came with a new filter as well. This filter, I can see a decent amount of dirt in there, but you can blow these out and reuse them as well. But being I have a new one with the kit, we're going to go ahead and install the new one. It does not recommend cleaning this out any, but there is a little gum in here, so I think I might clean it out just a little bit. This is the fuel injected version, and I know some O2 sensors are sensitive to different kinds of carburetor cleaners. So being I don't know which carburetor cleaner is the safest for the particular application, I am not going to do any cleaning with a carburetor cleaner. If you actually had a carbureted model, that would probably possibly be an option, is to clean it up a little bit with some carburetor cleaner. So I'll install the Kawasaki air cleaner. Reinstall the wing nut. And then I will add the pre-filter to the outside. This is a new one, it came with the kit. And make sure that it fits good around the base. You notice right down here, it wasn't down over it all the way. So we want to make sure it's not bunched up anywhere. It has a good fit all the way around. It's not, make sure it's not too low at the top as well. Make sure it has a good fit all the way around. And we can just set this right back on. And it tucked right under there, right in that little slot. This is ready to go. And this has a slotted washer. You want to make sure that this has the holes open and aligned in the top for the holes going through for the fuel injected model. And go ahead and tighten this nut up as well. And that is changing your air cleaner assembly. And the next part of the service we're going to do is we're going to change spark plugs. They came in the kit, so we're going to replace them. Just pull the spark plug wire off. This will be a 13/16 socket. This one's a special one for spark plugs. It has a rubber boot inside. You don't have to use one like this, but it can come in handy. And the plug looks relatively clean. I see it's trying to focus on the mower. But yeah, the plug is pretty good shape. You could wire brush it and probably put it back in. But we have some new ones. And NGKs, BPR 2ES, 2015. These have been around for a while. And these will be a 30 thousandths gap. And I've never had them where I've had to re-gap them. Fits perfect. 30 thousandths or 0.762 millimeters. And I'm going to put a little anti-seize on these because when I put these into aluminum, I always like to have a little anti-seize. And they recommend 25 Newton meters. Okay, and that looks good. We'll put the boot back on and we can move to the other side. And we'll pop the boot off. And that one actually looks a little better than the last one. Again, we have new ones, so we'll go ahead and put them in. I did just notice something though. Over the years, they've maybe changed spark plugs. This is a BPR 6ES. This is a BPR 2ES. Interesting. I don't know why they made a change, but came from the same kit that I used last time. But so that's a couple different spark plugs you might see in your mower. And I can't give you a good reason why. And a little anti-seize. Just about forgot to check. And it checks good. And we'll check the torque on that one. Right there. And that is the spark plug change. And the next thing we want to do is check the coolant. And our coolant is right about where the arrow is at. So here's the low, here's the high, but it's actually up here. But that's okay. We'll check the coolant under the cap to make sure it looks good. And it is full as well. And if you do decide to drain the coolant, it is intervals. You have to do it every so often. Right there is the system plug drain for the block. And then on the other side, down here is the drain for the radiator. And along with checking your levels, you want to inspect your hoses. Make sure your radiator hoses look good. Make sure any coolant hoses all look good. You can still squeeze them. They're not getting brittle. Just give them it all quick a once over. If you want to, take a screwdriver, put them on them, and check to make sure they're all tight. It's another quick check you can do when you're doing your service. And one more thing on the cooling system while we're speaking of it is you want to check your belt. Make sure it's fairly tight. And with a little bit of pressure, I can push it in about a ½ inch, about 2 centimeters. Usually if you can rotate it about a half a turn, but I cannot get on it well enough. But look for cracks in the just give it a visual. Mine looks fine, so we'll move on. And the next thing we'll be removing is this fuel filter. One thing you need to remember is you have the flow going the correct direction. This flow is coming from the tank, is going through, you see the arrow pointing this way, and is going up into the fuel injection system. So that's one very important thing when we put the new one on. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to be unhooking these lines. And the nice thing is that in the kit, they sent some spares. So if you damage these little clips, we have spares. So that's good. This one bolts on. They also have these little pusher things to push through. Some variations don't. So sometimes they have these fancy little tools for taking these off. I probably don't have quite the right size, so I'm not going to use this little thing. I'm just going to use a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers. I'm going to push these 2 clips in at the bottom, and then I'm going to pull up on the hose. And there it came off. I'm going to get a little gasoline leaking out. You can put a pan down here to catch it if you want. And you can see that little clip still on there. There it goes. And if you have a better idea for anything I'm doing in this service, please put in the comments, because we can always improve on things in life. And I'm definitely I don't look at it as, I look at it as constructive criticism. If somebody's got a better idea, I'm willing to listen. And that bottom one's ready to come flowing out, so I'm not going to take it off just all the way yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out, and that's capping that off right now. And as soon as I have those out, I'll slip this one right back in so I lose as little bit of gas as I can. Gas price is a little bit high right now, so I don't want to waste any very much. And this is going to take a 10 millimeter. So I'll zip the one out the back side first. And the one on the back, it's pretty hard to get to. So I'll leave just a few threads in it. And I'll take the front one clear out. And, well, shoot. I'll take the back one clear out. Okay. I thought the back one was slotted so I could just slide it in, but it's not. So, I've got this loose. It's ready to come off. So I have the new one here in my hands. Flow direction is right. So I'm just going to slip this. Okay, I'm going to get this prepped and ready to go. So I have the flow pointing the right direction. I'll put these clips on. Got the new ones on, ready to go. So right now, all I have to do is slip this up off and slip the other one down on. As soon as I take it off, you'll see the fuel coming out. And the arrow is going towards the fuel injection. Push it down. Make sure it's locked in. It's locked in. I can't not pull it apart. So it's ready to bolt up. I'm going to go ahead just to make sure we don't get debris in there. I'm going to hook this top one up. It's locked in position. It won't come loose. So now I can take my time and put that back together. So the rear one's a little bit harder to get in, so I'll put it in first. So they're both hooked up now, and to verify that I did it right, we're going to turn the key on and let it pressurize. And we don't have any leaks. So now that we have the filter installed and it didn't leak anywhere, we'll just clean up any residual gasoline. And this is the last of the parts that were in the John Deere kit. So this is the end of the engine service, part 2. If it was helpful, give it a like. If you saw something I could have done different, please put it in the comments. Any tools, any knowledge we could pass along to other people doing this job, I appreciate that. And next thing we'll be doing is we'll be greasing this chassis. Hit these grease zerks here on the mower deck. We'll be checking the differential grease in the back. So that will be the next part 3 of the service. This is the end of part 2. Again, thanks for watching. Please stick it around to the end of these videos. You have a great day.